Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of SmackDown. This is Michael Cole here with my broadcast partner, Taz at ringside. Taz, how'd you like to be in this man's shoes? Houston, Texas is home to SmackDown action tonight. I'm Michael Cole here with Taz at ringside. And what a show we've got for you tonight.
Absolutely, Cole. You know what? I've always wanted to say this. Houston, we got a problem. Actually, we don't have a problem because SmackDown's in town.
You've got that right, partner. The Space City loves SmackDown, and the superstars are not going to let them down.
This ain't exactly on the up and up, but I dig it. Going up the turnbuckle hurts a heck of a lot less than coming down.
Nice reversal. I don't think there's ever been a more dominant superstar in WWE than the legendary Deadman, The Undertaker.
Yeah, but you can only stay on top of the mountain for so long, and the Deadman's been there for a very, very long time.
That might be true, Taz, but I don't see anyone on the horizon who could dethrone the Phenom.
Man, this Mysterio has got tons of flash, no doubt about it. An amazing athlete, Cole. A lot of people think he's real exciting to watch, and I agree with them. But he just doesn't have the pure size to get the job done sometimes.
I think you're selling Mysterio short, no pun intended. Mysterio's developed a very unique style that makes the most of his natural speed and agility.
Hey, Cole, you know the old expression, right? Speed kills. And in regards to Mysterio, man, this crowd is really swelling this guy's head.
There's no doubt that these fans love him, Taz, and he's feeding off that energy right now.
You know, there is such a thing as playing to the crowd a little too much, and that's exactly what I'm seeing here.
I disagree. He's wrestled this match his way all along, and now we see it paying off. And here's a little something for the fans. That's why they love him.
You know what? Who cares what they think? All he's doing here is giving his opponent a chance to recover. Man, you just can't put anything over on these fans.
You sure can. They see everything, and they'll let you know about it. He anticipated that move perfectly.
Watch it. He reversed it. Looks like they're slowing the pace down a little bit here. That might not be such... That's not where you want to be when you're fighting this guy.
And that's why. 619!
You know, Cole, I got a lot of respect for Chris Benoit, but he also jumped back and forth between Raw and SmackDown more than any other superstar. It almost looks to me like he might be choosing the path of least resistance, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, I doubt that very much, Taz. Chris Benoit never runs from anything. He's no coward.
Whoa, listen, I'm not calling Benoit a coward. I'm just saying that he might have a knack for picking his spots. He's got a surgically repaired neck, don't we forget. Who could blame him for wanting to take things easy?
Well, from what I've seen of Chris Benoit lately, he does everything but take it easy.
All right, Cole, you know what? I'm just going to drop it. It's pretty obvious you're just going to twist everything I got to say about Benoit.
This is going to be big, one way or the other. It sounds like this capacity crowd is something...
I've been locked in this hole before, and it hurts even worse than it looks.
I can't even imagine the amount of pain that this hole must inflict on any superstar who winds up in it.
You know, there's no doubt that The Undertaker is one of the most impressive superstars ever to set foot in a WWE ring. But you know what, Cole? You're only as good as your last match.
How can you say that, Taz? The Deadman has proven himself time and time again. I highly doubt that would change if he lost this match, which I don't think he's in danger of doing, by the way.
Taker's earned his rep, no doubt about that. No one's disputing that. But you gotta know when to call it a day, Cole. There's a fine line between legend and has-been.
I can't believe you could sit here and even imply that The Undertaker might be a has-been. That could be hazardous to your health.
Hey, Cole, don't put words by mouth. The Deadman has been on top of this business for a very long time. But the thing about being on top is there's nowhere to go but down.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to SmackDown. Coming in tonight from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Deep in the heart of wrestling country, Cole. This crowd is fired up, and I'll tell you what, so am I.
An enthusiastic crowd and the greatest superstars in sports entertainment. You can't ask for more than that.
That was a textbook reversal.
I hope this isn't the last time. So much can go wrong from that top turnbuckle.
These WWE fans just can't get enough of these super.
Top rope moves can win or lose you the match. There's very little middle ground.
Man, you talk about superstars who ain't got an ounce of quit in them, huh? You're looking at them right here.
That's a potentially dangerous mindset to be in. If you're too proud to realize that you're in trouble, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
Look, Cole, this ain't ballet. You gotta go in there every single match and you want to do whatever. This is dumb. Why is he risking everything by going up there? Man, this Rey Mysterio has got tons of flash, no doubt about it. An amazing athlete, Cole. A lot of people think he's real exciting to watch, and I agree with them. But he just doesn't have the pure size to get the job done sometimes. I think he's gonna fly, Cole. There's not a superstar in the locker room who can afford to ignore these fans, Cole.
You're right about that. Without the fans, we'd all be out of a job.
These superstars give everything they got when they're in a match like this. But a lot of people don't realize what they sacrifice behind the scenes also.
No question. If you want to make it in the double, what a deadly submission hold this is. We might see a tap out right here.
It wouldn't surprise me one bit. The longer you stay in this, the more risk you have for serious injury.
Watching these superstars go at it reminds me why I prefer to stay on this side of the announce table.
Oh, come on, Paul. No, you should let me train you. You could be cruiserweight champ in like a year.
Oh, no. I've heard stories about the way you train people. You make Marine drill instructors look like pushovers.
Duh. They're just training people to go to war. I train them to be WWE superstars.
Well, thanks but no thanks, partner. I think I'll stick to announcing for now.
Whoa! I think these fans have got a little something they want to share with us.
If they're right, Taz, they paid for their tickets after all.
I'll tell you, you gotta be careful when you're going up there. He's 3 seconds away from a win.
You don't believe me? Fine. You don't scare me, dead man. Come on.
Out of my way, Junior. I want a rematch, Taker, without your flunky here.
What? Bring it.
Is that right?
I want my title match, Taker. Just you and me, so leave your little punk out.
Hey, what the hell?
Get your damn hands off me. You are mine, dead man. I'm sick of you ducking me, Undertaker. You know I'm the most dominant superstar in SmackDown, and you know you can't prove me wrong.
You think I'm afraid of you, little man? I can't count the number of superstars who have tested themselves against the dead man and come up short. If you insist on making this mistake, then your grieving family will have no one to blame but you when the inevitable occurs.
No, it's the Mac Militant. Coming to get it on.
Here comes SmackDown General Manager Teddy Long.
Let me holler at you, players. Now, you've obviously got some unfinished business with each other, and I respect that. But I also respect that there's a third superstar involved in this who would not have been involved if I didn't make him the special referee for your match 2 weeks ago. So tonight, for our main event, I'm giving him the chance to prove himself against you, Benoit, one-on-one. And I've got some big plans for No Mercy that involve the three of ya. Holla, holla, holla.
What is Tilo talking about?
I have no idea, partner, but if I know our general manager, they're going to be huge.
You want to go big?
Yes. Good evening and welcome to Miami, Florida. Michael Cole and Taz at ringside for an unbelievable evening of SmackDown action.
Hey, Cole, this Miami crowd is all fired up, baby. They can't wait for the show to start, and neither can I. And I'll tell you what, when this bad boy ends, I'm going to South Beach.
That makes two of us, Taz, and I know the entire SmackDown locker room feels the same way. So what are we waiting for? Great reversal.
You know, Cole, I got a lot of respect for Chris Benoit, but he also jumped back and forth between Raw and SmackDown more than any other superstar. It almost looks to me like he might be choosing the path of least resistance, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, I doubt that very much, Taz. Chris Benoit never runs from anything. He's no coward.
Whoa, listen, I'm not calling Benoit a coward. I'm just saying that he might have a knack for picking his spots. He's got a surgically repaired neck, don't we forget. Who could blame him for wanting to take things easy?
Well, from what I've seen of Chris Benoit lately, he does everything but take it easy.
All right, Cole, you know what? I'm just going to drop it. It's pretty obvious you're just going to twist everything I got to say about Benoit. Well, it looks like they're slowing the pace down a little bit here. That might not be such a good move, in my opinion.
Well, come on, you just can't keep going non-stop. That's a good way to wear yourself out and make a critical mistake.
No, but you can't give the opponent any time to recover either. You gotta stay on him and wear him down.
But what about picking your spot? If you try to execute a badly timed move just because you want to stay on offense, that could have a disastrous result.
I'll tell you what, Cole. Let me talk about what it's like to be in a match like this, and you can cover what it's like to whiten your teeth. Deal? He slipped out of that one. Here's the pin. This could be it. There's not a superstar in the locker room who can afford to ignore these fans, Cole.
You're right about that. Without the fans, we'd all be out of a job.
Man, even if you end up winning a match like this, you're going to be feeling it for the next week.
Yes, but that's the case if you lose as well. And having to deal with emotional...
He's going for the pin, Cole.
He saw that one coming. Ladies and gentlemen,
There's the cover. These superstars give everything they got when they're in a match like this. But a lot of people don't realize
you can find all sorts of weapons under that ring.
Man, this Rey Mysterio has got tons of flash, no doubt about it. An amazing athlete, Cole. A lot of people think he's real exciting to watch, and I agree with them. But he just doesn't have the pure size to get the job done sometimes.
I think you're selling Mysterio short, no pun intended. Mysterio's developed a very unique style that makes the most of his natural speed and agility.
Hey, Cole, you know the old expression, right? Speed kills. And in regards to Rey Mysterio, I think too much of a good thing. He might have a little too much speed at times. You just don't see action like this every day, Cole.
You sure don't, Taz. And we've got the best seats in the house.
No doubt, front and center. We couldn't be any closer to this match without being in it.
Whoa, that's your territory, partner, not mine. I'm perfectly happy staying right where I am.
These WWE fans just can't get enough of these superstars.
And I'm glad to see it. A WWE match isn't just about competition, it's also about entertaining the fans.
Okay, well, if that's the case, how come they got you as an announcer? I mean, that ain't exactly great entertainment, in my opinion.
You might be right, Taz. I think it would be extremely entertaining to listen to you try to call a match all by yourself.
It's so great seeing these athletes compete here tonight. I had a feeling they were going to wind up against each other sooner or later.
There were times when it seemed like it wasn't going to happen, but I can't tell you how glad I am that it did.
That's for sure. You know, anytime I've seen matches won and lost because of moves like this. This is dumb. Why is he risking everything by going up there? Chris Benoit's a great technical wrestler, no doubt about it, I'm telling you. But after taking all the abuse he's taken in his career, I don't know if he's got what it takes to win here tonight.
The smart money never bets against Chris Benoit. He's got a well-earned reputation for coming out ahead in just about any...
Wow, now that one's not in the rule book. But you know what they say, it's not a crime if you don't get caught.
I don't believe it. How could the referee have missed that?
Oh man, these fans are fired up now.
They sure are. And you know that's going to have an effect on this match. He wasted no time going for that pin.
When you see this level of competition, Cole, there is no doubt that SmackDown's just heading...
He's building up a head of steam.
Oh man, here it comes, Cole. 6 foot now.
Oh my, I think someone's just been busted open.
Look at all that blood. These WWE fans are definitely getting their money's worth tonight.
I think these fans came here to see Super...
Here's the pin.
What do you want, Taker?
Y'all wanna go big?
Yes. Talk about your rotten luck. It was in order for Teddy Long to put this man in the middle of the rivalry between Benoit and The Undertaker. And he's been paying for it ever since.
You see, that's a good thing. I see it. And look at this here. Even if he loses it tonight, an impressive show against superstars like Benoit.
Good evening and welcome to Miami, Florida. Michael Cole and Taz at ringside for an unbelievable evening of SmackDown action.
Hey, Cole, this Miami crowd is all fired up, baby. They can't wait for the show to start, and neither can I. And I'll tell you what, when this bad boy ends, I'm going to South Beach.
That makes two of us, Taz, and I know the entire SmackDown locker room feels the same way. So what are we waiting for?
You know, Cole, I got a lot of respect for Chris Benoit. but he also jumped back and forth between Raw and SmackDown more than any other.
And here's the cover.
Man, this match is so good. It's even worth sitting next to you to watch it, Cole.
Thanks a lot, Taz. You know, you're not always my #1 choice for a broadcast partner either.
You know what you should do, Girl Pants? You should team up with Jerry Lawler. It could be the king and queen on commentary.
Real funny, Taz. You know, that would almost be worth not having to work with a joker like you all the time.
These WWE fans just can't get enough of these superstars.
And I'm glad to see it. A WWE match isn't just about competition, it's also about entertaining the fans.
Okay, well, if that's the case, how come they got you as an announcer? I mean, that ain't exactly great entertainment, in my opinion.
You might be right, Taz. I think it would be extremely entertaining to listen to you try to call a match all by yourself.
It's so great seeing these athletes compete here tonight. I had a feeling they were going to wind up. Against each other sooner or later.
There were times when it seemed like it wasn't going to happen, but I can't tell you how glad I am that it did.
That's for sure. You know, any time you throw these kind of combustible elements into a match, you're guaranteed to get a hell of a show.
And that's exactly what we're seeing here tonight. And the crowd has come alive tonight with a chant directed at the superstars in the ring.
Yeah, and you can't let that break your focus. But that's easy.
There's the pin. Can his opponent kick out? Ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing an incredible display of athletic ability here tonight.
What do you expect, Cole? He's a WWE. I think he's gonna fly, Cole.